Good evening. I'm Cheryl Parker, and I'm here in South Florida where it's about 99 degrees and 90% humidity, so this will be short. But I wanted to go over a few things with you before the end of the semester. First of all, I do want to thank you for the work that you've been doing in Intro to Philosophy. I know this can be a hard course at any time, but when you're not in the face-to-face classroom setting, it can be especially challenging. So thank you for the work you're doing. Thank you for your discussion board entries. Thank you for the notes that you've sent both to Garrett and myself. And I hope that our answers have been of help to you. As we look at the end of the class, you know you have a final coming up, and so I just wanted to encourage you, as you do the reading, as you study, make note of each of the philosophers that are covered. Know the main concept of what they taught, what they believed, what they stood for, and anytime there's a major definition, a major school of thought, know that definition. There will be, I believe, some multiple choice, some very short one or two sentence responses that you have to write in these tests. And I think Garrett will probably give you more information as we go on. As far as the paper, I will be grading those, and I looked for a rubric in the course and I could not find one, so I'm going to write one up and send it to you so you know exactly what I'm looking for when I grade your papers. Go to the syllabus. You have a choice of 2 papers to write, and that will give you a very detailed explanation of what's expected in those papers. You have 2 options. In the first, those first parts of the description of the paper will be worth 60 points each. That's the content of the paper, the organization of it, the philosopher that you choose to write about, or the philosophy, the argument that you discuss. And you'll see more details in the rubric when I send that. And then your writing quality will be worth 20 points on the paper. Do you have a good introduction? Do you have a good conclusion that flows from that? Do you prove your point? Is your paper logical? All these things put together will count for that section of my grading. And then the last is formatting, and this is very much MLA format. If you aren't familiar with MLA, if you have questions, please let Garrett or myself know, or go to the Purdue online writing section, OWL, and that gives you every possible answer you could need for MLA format. I will grade on things such as, did you correctly quote within the body of the paper? If you put in a quotation that's more than 3 lines long, did you indent it in the proper way? Is your works cited page complete and correct? Do you have a running head with page number at the top of each page? Are you avoiding the use of contractions? In other words, don't use it's or I'm or he's or we'd, but it is, I am, he is, okay? And also very limited use of the word I. Some of these assignments ask you to reflect on things or give your worldview, so there may be some occasion to use the first person, but if you can possibly avoid that, do it in the paper. Basically, we're looking for a scholarly paper, not opinion, but something that you've researched and can cite. And I think it says in your syllabus, we're not looking for a lot of originality here. We're not looking for you to come up with a brand new philosophy, but good research and good interaction with the question that's asked. Now, if there's anything that we can do to help you as you write that paper, let us know. One thing I'm willing to do is to look at your paper before I grade it. If you want me to give you some suggestions, I'm happy to do that, but that means you have to submit it to me before the due date. And you need to let me know that it's kind of a pre-check submission and not the one that I'm to be grading for your final grade. These last 2 weeks are going to be full for all of us. They're going to be heavy with work, so please know that I'm praying for you and looking forward to seeing what you have to turn in. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.